And they'd rather be living, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know these niggas just envy, these niggas just on me.
What the fuck?
8 arm rods, 9 activated socks with a deadly weapon.
He just... Everybody got a knife? Shot him.
We got locked down, and next thing you know, dude, all you're hearing is locker boxes banging. You're hearing metal on meat. Hit him with the fan motor, stabbed him. This is hours on end.
Oh, that nigga beat his ass. Damn.
How terrible are the living conditions in prison? Horrible.
Says, hey man, there's a guy in the TV room named Rex, and he says he's gonna turn you out. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't care. And he's like, that means he's gonna rape you.
Hey, sexual assault is common in prison?
Oh, absolutely.
All I hear, help, he raping me.
Describe life in a Georgia prison.
I say it's dangerous. You gotta be on all your tens, cause this place, it ain't no play for the weak.
Oh, this the prison. This ain't the county no more.
See, you really want to show this?
Y'all really want to see what we do for fun right here?
For Black History Month, a bunch of white guys were on dog collars.
Every Black History Month in Georgia State Prison, that's what they do.
Which gang would you say was the most dangerous?
Bloods.
What kind of stuff would they do to get
Georgia, yeah.
Rob you.
Bloods around
Like
Georgia.
right now we speak, somebody might be tied up against stabbed. Right now we speak in Georgia State Prison.
Yeah, because this really just the county. Niggas who go to the
prison
county
inmates
roll
coming
up
across
into
my
prison.
Instagram feed, and it was absolutely crazy. Some of these guys
Bro,
had Jordans on, some had piles of cash and pounds of weed, some even had video games in their cell, and it made me wonder how this was all possible. But then,
Bro, y'all seen that package that got caught? What the fuck is that? That's some new gay shit. What the fuck?
Hey, yo!
Hey, but y'all seen that package that got caught though? It was like $1 million worth of shit. They had phones, games, weed, cigarettes, knives. They had all type of shit in there. I think they had a gun in there probably. Like it was all type of shit in there.
saw this. Guys posted up with knives, vicious-looking machetes, entire gangs armed to the teeth. So I started to wonder what was going on in the Georgia prison system. And once I went down this rabbit hole, I couldn't stop. I started learning about horrific living conditions, brutal murders, prisons with no guards on duty, extortion gangs that charge you rent if you want to be alive, smuggling, bribery, gang warfare, guards and gangs, and even the prison system covering up murders. So to bring you into this world, you'll hear from current inmates on the inside, former inmates, and retired guards. And today you'll see inside one of the most brutally dangerous places in the country, the Georgia State prison system.
You go permanent, you can have them in prison.
I'm 24 years old. And I'm currently goddamn locked up for some bullshit.
That's why they start doing permanent grills, if you didn't know.
Water popped off, can't get no showers. You know what I'm saying? I stink, balls stink, ass stink, armpit stink. I gotta take a shower right here.
My name Slime Busy, man, you know what I'm saying? Wash clothes right now, but it kind of hard right now. You know you gotta wash clothes. What's up, my nigga?
Good.
Smooth, bro. Yeah.
How long you got those with, bro?
Shit, I got about like goddamn 8 to 9 months left, though. How long you got, bro?
Yeah, but they hit me with what it is right here. You don't know what that is, shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Man, keep peeping out the window, cause it's supposed to pop between the Muslims and the Bloods and shit. I'm trying to see what's going on.
Man, the Muslims beefing with the Bloods.
Police shot me, and I had to learn how to walk again. 3.5 years straight, I've been goddamn paralyzed. So being paralyzed, I went through a lot of trial and tribulation, especially with the police, because the police knew I shot some folks. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shot my PO type shit.
Damn.
And she was pregnant, but she really spoke on my behalf and really gave me a second chance and told them folks just mental health evaluate me and give me a second chance at life. And that's really just a blessing, to be honest with you, because she really could have don't call the nigga if she really wanted to.
Oh God, he about to get out of 9 months. He shot his PO while she was
In the
pregnant.
United States. For reference, let's compare to Memphis, Tennessee, which has been America's murder capital for the last couple years. There were 234 murders recorded in Memphis in 2025 with a population of just over 600,000. By comparison, it's estimated that in 2025 that between 50,000 Georgia prison inmates, there were over 300 murders, which would make the Georgia prison system 15 times more murderous than the most dangerous city in the country.
I know these niggas just envy, these niggas just on me.
When you speaking with the squid, hothead shit, man. I went away for an armed robbery. Caught 20 years, niggas snitched on me type shit.
Describe life in a Georgia prison.
I say it's dangerous. You better be on all your tens, cause this place, it ain't no play for the weak. 0 staff, no staff work here. Nigga dying every day.
What do you do to pass the time?
Talk to my whole press niggas, kicking my car niggas, listen to music and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He talked to my whole press
See
niggas.
what they doing. We ain't doing shit, we doing time, really.
Let me give you the bird's eye view of the Georgia prison system. Here, there are over
Bro, ain't even go
50,000
inside
inmates
that
spread across
motherfucker, for real.
34 state prisons, 4 privately ran facilities, and over 20 county work camps. Within these walls, there are well over 12,000 registered gang members, and they far outnumber the guards. Gangs in here run highly sophisticated smuggling networks to bring in drugs and weapons. They bribe and control corrections officers, and they run brutally violent extortion campaigns targeted on non-gang affiliated inmates, which are referred to as civilians. In here, you have to fight to survive.
Ain't no being a civilian in that motherfucker, for real. You gonna be either a gang member or a hoe.
I did 5 years.
Okay, and what did you serve for?
Armed robbery.
Where in Georgia did you go to?
Marietta, Cobb County.
And then you went to prison?
Yeah, I went to prison. I went from juvenile. Once I turned 17, I went straight to prison.
What was that like?
Terrible.
Tell me about it.
Shit, first year was rough, I ain't gonna lie. You know, everybody, you know, gang bang, they all bloods, you know, trying to rob you, extort you, stab you over some food. You either gonna die about it or you gonna kill them about it.
Were you in a gang before juvenile?
My name E-Man. I did 10 years in Georgia State Prison.
Oh, y'all remember E-Man?
Armed robbery and a bunch of other repetitive crimes, but I officially went down the road for armed robbery.
He in a
How would you
wheelchair now?
describe the conditions inside the Georgia State prison system?
Now, the conditions in Georgia State Prison are terrible, man. I know for sure that Georgia State Prison is the worst prison in the United States.
You went viral for posting videos of your time in there, right?
And rapping, posting things that I was doing, you know.
Did you post that after you got out?
Nah, I posted while I was in there.
Did you get in trouble at all?
Yeah, I went to the hole every time.
My name's Cody Whitten. I served 5 years.
Made him
And what were
famous,
you
though.
in for?
Armed robbery.
Okay. What was it like when you first got to your cell, and what were some of the things you had to do or prove yourself on?
So my second day
Everybody
in prison,
robbing.
I'm thinking, man, this is going so smooth, it's awesome. I'm up there with my buddy from Gainesville, and he tells me, he says, hey man, there's a guy in the TV room named Rex, and he says he's gonna turn you out. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I don't care. And he's like, that means he's gonna rape you.
Hey, yo!
Wow, what do I do, man? I'm scared, man. So he's like, look, you can use my shoes. And you know, he had the strap-on diabetic shoes that they give you at a sick call. So they were about size 14. So I put them on, looked like a clown. And he went down to the cell and he opened the door for me. I ran into a cell and he was sitting on the bed with another dude, started fighting. And once that happened, once I took off on him, it's like either I beat this guy or he beats me, and I don't know what he's gonna do to me. It was over with, so I got up and I walked out. My buddy from Gainesville said, and next time it's gonna be knives. And I'm like, yo, I don't have a knife.
First name is Constance. I started as a correctional officer 1, left as the captain of special operations. I mean, if they have their pants
Special
a little
ops.
lowered, so where they're just showing just the top part of their underwear, quote unquote, the crack, and they're walking next to a certain inmate, they're that inmate's property. You can hear the sexual intercourse going on.
I watched TV through the door or whatever. All I heard, help, he raping me.
These niggas gay.
I'm like, God damn.
Niggas get life and go
Boom,
gay.
buddy come out, eye bleeding, face stabbed, neck, wrist, he down there died.
They were stabbing him as they were raping him?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
That was a blood that
No, it was a Muslim.
What percent of guys?
Damn, the Muslim. Come on, what
Probably
happened
about
to
70 of them. I've seen them with
praise be to
tan
Allah.
inmate belts wrapped around the neck and walking around like a dog.
What is that about?
Control.
Now that right there, every Black History Month in Georgia State Prison, that's what they do.
I just think it's interesting because I think if the roles were reversed, this would be a nationwide story. Everyone would be looking into it, you know?
Most definitely.
Would you say it's more acceptable or are people trying to take it from you?
Well, nah, it's definitely more acceptable now than back in the day.
Are they really against it or they're just putting on like they're against it?
There's two ways in everything in this world.
Okay, that's
Good
it.
and bad.
Okay.
And did you go in unaffiliated?
I did. I was 18 years old, I was scared. I was roommates with a guy and I saw him getting a lot of money, he was Crip. And he kept asking me, he's like, man, I heard about what you did in G2, man, how you beat that guy and stand on your 10 toes. He's like, man, you ought to get down with us. I'm like, nah, man, that's not me. I saw them getting all this money and having their way, and so I was like, let's run it, man.
Did you get jumped in?
Yeah, so I had to do 3 minutes.
I'm way
with
worse.
3 different guys
6-0.
at once in the mop closet. so I got beat pretty bad. So if you drop, they stop the timer and they make you get back up.
Holy
and
shit.
You keep fighting. I had 2 black eyes, I had a busted lip, busted nose.
All right, so I did 4 years.
And what'd you serve for?
Armed robbery. That shit zombie land.
Everybody, just armed robberies, armed robberies, armed robberies.
So did you go in unaffiliated? Did you join a crew? What did that look like?
I just went in like me. You feel me? And I just stood 10 toes.
Did you feel like you needed to get a knife just to protect yourself?
I don't believe Buddy stood 10 toes.
Yeah, everywhere you go, you need a knife.
Of all the inmates in there, what % of them have a knife?
Oh, about 90, 95.
Damn.
So basically, you guys want to know how knives made. The knives are usually made like this. You're gonna cut that off of metal, okay? So you can see how it outlined. I have a machete here. That would be the submachine gun. So we're literally gonna cut that, and then once you cut it off, you know, it's shaped into a machete. What you guys are using out there would be a assault rifle. This would be my submachine gun.
My name is Tiffany Johnson, and I'm with Georgia Prisons Exposed.
With her Facebook page, Georgia Prisons Exposed, Tiffany is on the front lines of getting information out about what's really happening behind bars. It's a place where family members can communicate to check to see if their locked up loved one is still alive. And she also gives inmates a platform to let their voice be heard on things ranging from the AC unit going out during an excessive heat warning, to MRSA and scabies outbreaks, to figuring out whether recent deaths were because of murder or overdose.
I've been incarcerated myself.
And what was it like behind bars?
It sucked. The officers could care less of what's going on with you.
Right now, there's an epidemic
But they
of
say it's
stabbings
supposed to suck so you don't commit more
Are they
crimes
being
and want to
covered
come
up?
back. You know, it makes sense.
And
but
are they classifying murders as suicides?
A lot of times they do. I know one lady, her son supposedly committed suicide, but when she got the autopsy report back, this bone right here was missing in his neck. And so it could have been strangulation, but he was brutally beaten, and she actually sent me his autopsy photos. I mean, they filleted him like a fish.
Do you think a lot of these deaths are covered up?
Yes. For example, I worked at Phillips State Prison. It was ruled suicide, but it was in a mental health unit, and the first thing that was done was the logs were checked to make sure that checks were being done properly. Then things were being filled out before medical even came down. Because the first thing the administration is gonna say is, let me see your check logs. Paperwork is being forged.
So I've heard stories of guys get put in solitary after a fight or a stabbing, and then a guard opens up the door.
Yes.
The guard that's affiliated with the gang.
Yep.
And then lets another gang member stab them to death.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got stabbed in my sleep 9 times. The officer set me up, man. They're trying to put the word out there, you know what I'm saying? These people here is no good. Like, this shit is nowhere you want to be. All that street shit, this shit lame as f***. Your partner gonna tell on you at the end of the fucking day.
And that guard may not even be affiliated with a gang, but that inmate may have something on that guard.
Not only are guards allegedly helping in gang hits, but the DOJ found evidence that Georgia is routinely underreporting homicide deaths. For example, independent watch groups estimate that over 300 inmates were murdered in 2025, but the state's official records only show about 70 killings. One way the state does this is even if a body has clear evidence of being beaten or stabbed, they will label the cause of death as unknown, and they've used this tactic hundreds of times in recent years. But my question is, isn't covering up murder a crime? I mean, if a guy in the street does this, he gets 25 to life. But if a Georgia prison official does this, nothing to see here? It honestly sounds criminal to me.
Now the danger, this something that go on every single day. Like right now we speak, somebody might be tied up against stabbed. Right now we speak in Georgia State Prison. I did my time in a level 5 prison, so 90% of the inmates had life sentences.
Because if you have a life sentence, where's there to lose if you stab someone or get in a fight?
Nothing. They gonna come and get you if you kill
already
somebody,
there.
but 9 times out of
But
10,
you already
the person with
there.
the life sentence not gonna care though.
What was it like being
He
a white
already
person
there.
in Georgia
Damn.
prison?
Oh man, I had to constantly show out and constantly act like the big bad wolf. Like I survived out of other people fearing me.
Did you feel like you were treated like an animal in there?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Man, food shitty. They'll even disrespect you, you feel me? Like, even though they guards, they think they got the privilege to disrespect you, but some people don't give a damn, so they gonna stab the officer or beat the officer, you feel me?
You're not gonna wanna miss what I show you next, but first give me 60 seconds to tell you about this. And since 2020 to the 28th, option, link in the description. Because to me, if you're already take surveys, make
healthiest thing, terrible, awful, no nutritional value. The commissary, on the other hand, the healthiest thing on there was a tuna packet, and that was like $5, which is a lot in there. You're either making money off of cigarettes, weed, and illegal stuff, or you're having your family send money. If you're having your family send money, that's a lot of money a week you're spending just trying to eat.
Yeah, $5 on tuna?
Yeah, nigga, that's how we eat over here. You know what I'm saying? On the toilet. Get what? And this shit dirty as hell. This toilet ain't been clean in 30 days. Yo, man, this is what we eat right here.
Nigga just took a shit on that motherfucker earlier.
Soups, cheese, beef stick, chips, and
good spread, though.
This how you eat for free at Chang, bro. $25 right here. It's $25 for this. $25 Cash App, Chime, Zelle, Apple Pay, anything, or Venmo.
How much you spend on all this?
You know what I'm saying? I spent $79.
You spent $79 and you saying this $75. So you gonna sell this, get your money back, and then what?
This all my food that I eat right here.
So do what you munching on.
Do what I'm munching on. You know what I'm saying?
That's free game. You a smart man. Look, it's a method to his madness, man. Straight up how to eat free at Chang.
If you can't eat free at Chang, you going out bad. You going out bad, bro.
Going out bad, man.
Bro.
So we're gonna add the lasagna, Italian seasoning, and the sausage all into the bowl to make the filling. And now I'm gonna mix in the Italian sausage.
Bro, that had good spread though. He going crazy. Bro, chef in that hoe. Ooh, making little.
How many guards were there for the
empanadas?
4 out of 4, like 700 people.
So if something went down, how much help were the guards?
No help.
So guards are short-staffed.
Yeah, very.
Were there fights that they just did nothing about?
Nah, ain't no fights. You getting stabbed. You fight, someone gonna come behind you and stab you.
A war broke out, and there were 2 guards on shift, and they stood outside the dorm and watched. What are you gonna do? There's 30 guys on one side, 30 guys on the other. They all got knives, and they're all fighting each other.
What the fuck do you do?
You know?
How is that even possible to keep anything safe?
You can't.
Were there enough guards for how many inmates there were?
No, it's never enough guards. And some stuff I don't even supposed to say, but I'm gonna tell you, cause it's never enough guards. Like, we need guards for some of these guys to make it home. Like, a lot of the guys that died in there would never died if it was guards. I did 10 years. I done had thoughts that I'd get killed in there, cause I'm a gang member, and the gang lifestyle in there is way totally different than the civilian lifestyle in there.
They are understaffed. The pay is at a bare minimum. Honestly, it's not even minimum wage. So you're expected to work 12, 13, 14 hours, one officer in a dorm of 200 inmates. Level 5 violent inmates, and you could be a female or one male working in that dorm, and you're expected to maintain control, and you're the only person. It is nothing for an inmate to offer an officer $2,500 for an iPhone, and you barely make that on your first paycheck.
And what is the starting pay? What is the starting pay?
I believe it's $32,000.
So like $16 an hour.
When I started, it was $32,000.
I believe that the last that I heard was Georgia's prisons are understaffed by about 60 to 70% in most of them. There's been people that has laid there dead for, a couple of days before they were even found by officers.
But now it's a supervision problem. Like, these guys can't be monitored. They literally can't be monitored. So it leads to more violence and more mental health issues.
On average, across the state, fewer than 50% of guard positions are filled. And according to national standards, a safe, functioning prison should be at 90% staffed. Let's cover the situation at Georgia's most dangerous facilities. Valdosta State Prison has only 20% of guard positions filled, and stabbings happen there daily. At 30% staffed facilities like Macon State and Georgia Diagnostic, the Department of Justice found that inmates are using fishing line and superglue to perform DIY surgery on their own stab wounds. But it does make you wonder, with the staffing crisis this severe, why hasn't Georgia called in the National Guard to help make these prisons safe again? Which gang would you say was the most dangerous?
The Bloods.
Bloods.
And why is that?
Because most of them don't got family support, so you feel me? They just gonna come stab you and kill you, or get rank off it too.
So part of the reason they were so aggressive is because they had no one back home to support them, so this is what they had to do to get theirs.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff would they do to get money?
Shit, rob you.
And who'd you ride with in prison?
I'm Blood.
And from what I hear, the Bloods did some of the most of the extorting and things like that.
Most definitely.
Can you speak about that?
You don't want to go in there and have to listen to another grown man, like with this gangbanging stuff. Nobody bigger than the program. Somebody gonna be telling you what to do.
Here's how the extortion campaigns could look. Let's imagine you are a rural guy named Jeff that got caught up using meth and you get sent to prison. And because you walk in there unaffiliated with a gang, inmates look at you like a dog looks at a bone. And now it's likely that you get placed in a pod that a gang will run. So they might tie you up, beat you, and using smuggling phones, they will send pictures of you to your family members saying, if you don't send us $300 a week, Jeff will be beaten or dead, and they mean it. And
have a tooth missing every 10 minutes so I get my money, man.
And just like that, Jeff's family, who is likely already struggling to make ends meet, is faced with an additional $1,200 bill just to keep their family member alive in prison. And remember, there are barely any guards in there, and the ones that could help you might very well be paid off by the same gang that's extorting you. It's easy money.
Yeah, sometimes like the gang members will force people to take the drug and, you know, video them and send it to their families, and they're like, you know, you need to send money in, like, you know, so we don't kill them. And sometimes they just make them take it for their own enjoyment. It scares me. Even when I'm driving down the road, I'm like terrified that I'm gonna get pulled over and go to jail for something, and I'm not even doing anything.
Tell everybody what you do for fun around here.
See, you really want to show this?
Do y'all really want to see what we do for fun around here?
This one guy, they were both on meth and strips. Strips are spice. And they had both been up a couple days, and the guy tells, they're good buddies, JB and I forgot the other guy's name. And he says, don't put them in the cell with me tonight, I'm gonna kill them. Wigging out on strips and ice. They get put in the cell together at night, no one listened to them. You know, this was during coronavirus, so there was like 2 guards for the whole 1,200 man compound. We got locked down, and next thing you know, dude, all you're hearing is locker boxes banging, you're hearing metal on meat, hit them with the fan motor, stabbed them. This is hours on end, it's happening. And my bunkmate's like, oh, we need to go check on them, we need to go check on them. I'm like, dude, I'm not going nowhere near that shit. You can go check on him. And JB comes out with a blanket over his head that's bloody and saying, I didn't want to do it, man. I didn't want to do it. And then all you see is the head of this other guy poking out from under a pile of clothes, and he's missing his eyeballs. His face is all bloody. And
so they were buddies, but they were so mentally ill from the drugs that he killed his brother.
K2. It's K2 with everything you talking about now. Oh, yeah.
Paper strips, also known as K2 or spice, is a synthetic cannabinoid and is one of the biggest drugs in prison. It's cheap to make, easy to smuggle in, and once you get addicted, you are in a very dangerous position. Inmates will tie you up when you are high so they can extort you, or they will use you for cheap labor when other inmates know that you'll do anything to get your hands on another strip.
Go, you start. You say you went from what?
I said now we went from friendship to slavery. Now he's slave.
Hey man, this a business, man. Everything a business, bro.
Oh yeah.
When I call you up here, bro, and you make your money, bro, that shit cool, bro. Yeah. Hey, you already know, man. You know, got my boy in here, cleaning up, gotta get me together. I ain't gotta do none of that shit, man. You know, when you got it like that, shit happen.
Whole step in that.
Yeah. You already know that. Hit it twice. Hey, hold it in until they get back to you.
Bring the trash can.
Hold it in until they get back to you. Put it in. Don't blow it out.
Oh, and they doing the.
Don't blow it out, Smiley.
The smoking game.
Shit going on. I know you doing, Smiley. They ain't nothing.
Uh-oh. We got one. We got one.
I mean, the cleaning and stuff like that. But no one cares until it's quote unquote inspection time, where the warden walks the compound and checks every dorm. And let's be real, the wardens, I'm gonna be honest, they don't give a damn. They're just trying to figure out which officer they can sleep with.
We've heard of people that have been eaten alive by bed bugs and rats.
Yes, bed bugs, rats, roaches. I mean, their facilities that they're living in is just disgusting.
Her name is Willie Jackson. I went away to prison for 30 years.
Yeah, they probably
I
bringing
went
the bed
away
bugs
for murder,
from
armed robbery,
county.
and
That's
aggravated assault. I remember the first prison that I went to, it was called Georgia State Prison in Reedsville. Every cell in Reedsville was a single man cell. They put 3 beds in the single man room. No matter what we did, you know what I'm saying, the punishment is to serve time in prison. It's not for the guards to beat us. We still have rights. It's worse than what it was when I was there.
How are they extorting guards?
Female officers are groomed. So it'll start off something simple as, you smell nice today, Miss Jones. Did you do something different to your hair, Miss Jones? And then these women who, some may be lacking self-esteem, some may be lacking, you know, love or companionship that they get at home. They're spending 12 to 13 hours a day with the same group of inmates, are falling for it. And it becomes to meet me in the broom closet. Because if you have one officer working a dorm, there's blind spots everywhere when it comes to cameras. It is nothing for an officer to have sexual relations with an inmate.
So how common is it that guards are having sex with the inmates?
I'd probably say weekly.
We call the local PD for help. Hey, will they be willing to let us in here? Instead of just telling us no, they call back up and say, we can take you to jail for this. So we have to leave, and maybe this is part of the Georgia system that seems to love prison so much. 3 officers? Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
I'm fine. We're doing a documentary. Okay, so do it from the street. We were here peacefully, and then we asked for your help, and then 3 cars showed up.
No. This is why we come, and we just come to make sure that we are same sheet of music. Do it from the streets.
Just so we know the zone. What's the zone that we can't step on? This entire square block.
Technically, you can be on the sidewalk. But here's the problem: once you go further, which most people start doing, you say, okay, we're not. Then the difference is you get that closer, and we end up taking you to jail. Public sidewalk is fine. Public sidewalk, no further.
Did you guys find that to be an unreasonable response for a polite request?
Well, we live here, so it's an everyday
You see, they ain't say nothing. The black people ain't
and
say
that's
nothing.
just the college campus police. That's
Yeah,
not
that wasn't
even
even real police.
That's not even the police.
We're setting up for our second shot. And again, we called the police for help to see if they would, you know, politely, could we get in? And look, they have a sentry post monitoring us now. And it makes you wonder, why did I even bother calling them in the first place for help if this is how it was gonna turn out?
Should've just did it on our own, right?
Folks, we're here in Georgia on a covert mission. We're about 3 minutes away from one of the deadliest prisons in the country, Coastal State Prison. We're talking about a prison where people get stabbed, they get murdered, guards get caught smuggling contraband. This is a place with very serious problems. It's nighttime, it's Georgia, we're approaching a prison. We're probably gonna be met with resistance by the security. What we're gonna try and do is infiltrate as far as we can to get an idea of what this place looks like. Because I'm just thinking, we all live in this safe little bubble, and there's these places that are absolute gladiator schools that people get locked up at. To wonder why this is happening in 2026, where we're supposed to have humane prisons for people. I would say this is a violation of human rights. What's really nuts right now is to be only feet away from a place that I know there's people in there right now getting extorted. There's family members from the outside having to send money in just for them to have a bed or not die.
Yeah, man, we got these boys downtown down there, motherfucker. These boys at Garnett Station. But ain't nobody shot. 2025, we got niggas sleeping in the mat.
And
look at this picture, bro. All this shit. Bro, look at all this shit, bro. They was flying Nintendo Switches in that motherfucker, a new pair of ones, JBL speakers. That look like liquor. It's a bottle of Don Julio in that motherfucker. Like, it's a bottle of Don Julio. They got lighters. You ain't got to use no more wicks. What is these, like chargers? Chargers, wall plugs, headphones, cigarettes, tobacco, pills, white, weed, brown. Look at all the peas they got, though. About 15, 20 peas, though, flavors. This was all going to the Georgia State Prison, if I'm not mistaken. A Washington State Prison. Look at all the shit they intercepted, though, bro. Damn, that bitch was about to be booming. No, a nigga hot. Whoever lost their load was pissed. Yeah, this is how they had it. Oh, you know, as I said, this is the Washington County Sheriff's arrested a man in Metro Atlanta who believed they're trying to, in the Georgia State Prison, yeah. It's just Washington County. Damn.